रंग रंगीली होली, रंगीली होली, रंग रंग रंगीली होली, रंगीली होली.
Buonasera
Hello, good evening, everyone.
e benvenuti. Welcome to our holy celebration. The Nirmalarts Academy is really overwhelmed with joy to share this moment of the spring, the celebration of colors.
The celebration of colors, but also of renewal, the end of winter and the beginning of spring, that also heralds the coming of the harvest time later on in the year.
Siamo felicissimi come Nirmalarts Academy di celebrare questo momento della primavera insieme a voi, la festa dei colori, la celebrazione della rinascita con tutti i nostri meravigliosi artisti. And we are very happy to have all our wonderful artists from the Academy to celebrate this holiday together.
In fact, artists from all over the world, literally all over the world, tonight, bringing you the essence of their culture, their art forms, celebrating this flowering, this blossoming of creativity in nature, but also in art.
And in spirit as well, e anche nello spirito.
Of course, the nectar.
Però vorremmo iniziare questo momento così bello e particolare con una canzone di Blake che inneggia alla primavera, inneggia a un momento gioioso insieme.
Yes, this song is called Laughing Song by William Blake, and it actually just sums up what Holi is all about, which is joyful celebration, full of colors, the colors of nature, and we'll say a little bit more about that later, but here goes with the song.
Yes.
When the green woods laugh with the voice of joy, and the dimpling stream runs laughing by, when the air does laugh with our merry wit, and the green hill laughs with the joys of it, when the meadows laugh with a lively green, and the grasshopper laughs in the merry scene, when Mary and Susan and Emily with their sweet round mouths sing ha ha hee. When the painted bird laughs in the shade, where our table with cherries and nuts is spread, oh come live and be merry and join with me in the sweet chorus of ha-ha-hee. When the green woods laugh with the voice of joy, and the dimpling stream runs laughing by, when the air does laugh with our merry wit, and the green hill laughs with the noise of it. Happy Holi!
Happy
Holi, everybody!
Happy Holi!
We can't take ourselves too seriously at all in Holi, isn't that right?
No, la festa dell'Holi, se mio marito toglie il manico davanti alla mia faccia, la festa dell'Holi è fatta proprio per gioire, senza pensare, con estrema spontaneità dell'amore che viene dal cuore, isn't it? It's the festivity of spontaneity, of joy, coming from the heart.
And that is the origin of it, because as Sri Mataji has explained to us, Holi was introduced by Lord Krishna.
Yes, but we don't want to give it out all together now.
We don't want to give it all away yet?
No.
Okay.
No.
So.
Però possiamo iniziare con una cosa bellissima. We can start with something very beautiful, and our first artist, how to say, un augurio. A wish.
A wish, yes.
A wish, un augurio a Holi dalla nostra insegnante Elizabeth Hillerud of Zentangle.
What is Zentangle?
Oh, Zentangle, very difficult to explain, better to just see it. So Elizabeth Hillerud with a wish of happy Holi through Zentangle.
रंग रंग रंगीली होली, रंगीली होली, रंग रंग रंगीली होली, रंगीली होली.
अली का नाम सुनकर अब भी खैबर कांप जाता है। शाह मर्दान अली, शाह मर्दान अली, लावताइल्ला अली, लावताइल्ला अली, शेर यज़दान अली, अली हक अली 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 मौला अली अली हक अली 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 मौला अली अली हक अली अली अली।
And happy Holi again. Felice Holi a tutti quanti. Lo ripeteremo tutta la serata di buon auspicio.
So yeah, happy Holi to everybody, and we'll keep repeating that throughout the whole evening because we are celebrating tonight, aren't we?
Celebration. And celebration comes from the beginning, comes from the roots of the tree, because Holi is part of nature, isn't it? So we would like to start the celebration dalla radice dell'albero, perché Holi è anche la festa della natura e quindi la radice è quella dell'innocenza, è quella di Shri Ganesha, dell'aspetto di Shri Ganesha.
And so the root of this whole creation, all these colors, is innocence. And so we're beginning the evening with an item dedicated to Ganesha, who embodies innocence, the innocence of a child, and it is performed by Anandita Basu.
Anandita Basu ci presenterà un omaggio a Shri Ganesha proprio per iniziare in modo auspicevole tutta la serata.
रंग रंग रंगीली होली, रंगीली होली, रंग रंग रंगीली होली, रंगीली होली।
ओंकार प्रधान रूप गणेशांचे, हे तिन्ही देवांचे, हे तिन्ही देवांचे जन्मस्थान। ओंकार प्रधान रूप गणेशांचे, ओंकार प्रधान रूप गणेशांचे, हे तिन्ही देवांचे, हे तिन्ही देवांचे जन्मस्थान। ओंकार प्रधान रूप गणेशांचे, ओंकार प्रधान रूप गणेशांचे। श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः नमो नमः
Okay, thank you Anandita Basu for this beautiful homage. Grazie Anandita. Anandita è la nostra insegnante di Cavalli teacher.
Full of the energy of spring, all the vitality of spring that propels us towards summer and towards the harvest in autumn.
But also, we would like to say that really our teachers, they're like gems of different colors, no? Come delle gemme, questi insegnanti, questi artisti di diversi colori con delle qualità così meravigliose, such beautiful qualities. Thank you, Anandita, so much.
In fact, these elements, these different elements are literally the elements of which the earth is made up, and it then expresses itself through the colors and the creation. And so all of those elements are united together this evening in this homage, this tribute to spring and to innocent love and the renewal of creation.
Sì, Victor diceva che tutti questi elementi sono quelli anche che si ritrovano nella natura e li ritroviamo tutti questa sera in questa celebrazione della primavera, ma anche di queste qualità degli elementi che sono fuori ma sono anche dentro di noi. Ed ora?
And so now I think we have something a little bit more dynamic. We go from melody to movement, I believe.
Esattamente, con Kinga Male, che è un suo gruppo con cui ha lavorato. It's Kinga Male with a group that she worked with, a group of artists, and it's an item that is dedicated, a composition that is dedicated to spring.
Devo tradurlo?
Non lo so.
Tu hai detto in inglese, dico,
Non lo so.
ecco, questo item, andiamo dalla melodia al movimento attraverso questo danza collettiva creato da Kinga Malek, che è un'altra nostra stella dell'Academy, e questo celebrerà in modo dinamico questa rinascita primaverile.
Sì, è questo gioco della primavera, quindi la composizione si chiama Lalita Lavanga, the composition is called Lalita Lavanga, e it will be presented actually from one of the artists there, so non indugio oltre perché verrà presentata dall'artista nel contributo. Grazie, Kinga Malek.
Kinga Malek.
Malek.
रंग रंग रंगीली होली रंगीली होली रंग रंग रंगीली होली रंगीली होली.
We now have Kinga presenting an Abhinaya. This is Jayadeva Kavi's Ashtapadi from the Gita Govinda. As you all know, the Ashtapadis are so popular. They are sung, they are danced in different styles. In Manipuri, it is so famous. Maya Didi has choreographed this composition, and I had the privilege to learn this song. This is the famous one, Lalita Lavanga Lata Parishilana. That describes the Vasanta season. How in Vasanta season, when the whole atmosphere is full of joy and celebration and shringara, so much of love going on. Krishna is playing with the Gopikas and Radha is upset for whatever reason, and she's not going there to play with Krishna. And so a Sakhi, Radha's friend, is telling her to go and follow Sri Krishna. The song goes like this, the words, Lalita Lavanga Lata Parishilana Komala Malaya Samire Madhukara Nikara Karambita Kokila Kujita Kunja Kuthire. In that beautiful Vasanta, when all the creepers, all the flowers, everything is so, the Malaya breeze is, the fragrance of the Malaya breeze, everything is so romantic. Virahi Janasya Durante. At one level, there is celebration Shringara, Sambhova Shringara. The other level, there is Viraha, which Radha is feeling. So you will see the two contrasting. And how beautifully Mayaditi has made the music also like that. When the Sakhi is describing, it is full of joy and celebrative, the rhythm is fast. But when Viraha comes, the song slows down. Very beautiful contrast she has brought in there. And in this, two Gat Bhavs will be performed by Kinga. Gat Bhav is like Sanchari Bhav that describes a situation with no lyric, just to the Nagma or Lehra. She's going to depict two Gat Bhavs. One, how all the Gopikas go to the river to have a bath, and then their clothes are left on the ground, and Krishna comes and takes, steals their clothes and puts it up on a tree and says, Naga namaskara madu, then we will give you. The message here is that how we have to completely surrender. When we surrender to God, how we have to just don't hold anything but just completely surrender to God. So that is the message here. And the other one is Holi Ki Gat. Yeah, just yesterday we've all celebrated Holi this whole week. There has been so much of celebration. In this song, how Krishna and the Gopikas, they're all playing Holi, is what Kinga will present. And at one point when Jayadeva Kavi's name comes, he indicates that for everything, the only solution is to seek the feet of Lord Krishna. And very beautifully composed. Music is composed in Rag Basant and Bahar by Sri Anil Vishwasji. And our Praveen again has done a lot of development there. We now present Ashtapadi.
Okay, there you go. Look, I think we're on air.
Listen, how can we thank Kinga for introducing us to the magic of spring and the beauty of the creation? Come possiamo ringraziare Kinga per averci introdotto alla bellezza della primavera e alla sua magia, che ogni volta ci sorprende, and surprises us.
Sì, è una sorpresa sempre, ma la danza è così fondamentale, tutta danza, tutti gli elementi danzano, gli atomi, le molecole, tutto, gli uccelli, tutto è in danza in questo momento.
Yes, all the nature sings and dances. And now, because all the nature sings and dances, and human being a little bit less, I guess that with the spring, we need to know how to reawaken our body, how to move again in harmony with ourselves and what also is around us. E visto che la primavera arriva e tutto canta e tutto si colora e tutto danza, gli esseri umani lo fanno un po' meno e quindi devono imparare a risvegliarsi a questa primavera, a ritrovare quel movimento armonioso che li fa stare bene.
Yeah, absolutely. Our remote working at the moment, keeping us on our chairs, we really need to learn how to stretch our limbs, open literally our wings and fly out there like the butterflies and the bees, and get in tune with the rest of nature.
E quindi come facciamo a ritrovare questo movimento aperto a tutto quello che c'è intorno a noi, con tutto quello che c'è dentro di noi? Abbiamo un sistema bellissimo e oggi, visto che Holly vi vogliamo regalare una parte di questo con Minou Samir, che è la nostra insegnante di Feldenkrais, e lei fa un sistema di Feldenkrais dance dove usa anche la musica, e oggi per noi, per questo momento di Holly, ci dedica questo momento magico per ritrovare il nostro movimento.
Yeah, and this evening we will have a proposal of a particular technique which was pioneered by Moshe Feldenkrais and then developed. And in fact, Minou has developed her own hybrid form, which is a kind of dance. And in fact, the Nirmalarts Academy is a kind of workbench also of interaction and experimentation between the arts, but also within the art forms and within the disciplines that are practiced. Now, I can testify that Feldenkrais is extraordinary. I can only describe the effect like I was a scrunched up ball of paper. And by doing this particular technique and exercise, it was like being stretched out, literally ironed out again, and rediscovering freedom in movement. That's what I would say.
Yes, you just have to be careful not to crunch up again.
Absolutely
Devi
not.
solo fare, se il Feldenkrais si stende, devi continuare a farlo per continuare a essere stesa.
And we will also be dancing during this item.
Questo non lo so, I don't know about this, però sicuramente troveremo dei movimenti utilissimi a noi e al nostro corpo. So we will find this moment very interesting, very useful for our body with Minou Samir.
रंग रंग रंगीली होली रंग रंग रंगीली होली
Hello everyone, just wanted to enjoy with you some movements together. Spring, we want to enjoy the nature and to move, and the holy festival, to enjoy colors of spring and colors and joyful melodies together. All right, so let's start. First thing we do is to feel ourselves in standing, how you feel. How is your gravity, your connection to the floor? How balanced do you feel? And then we start taking our right hand on the shoulder and we go to the left. Right hand on the left shoulder, and a few times we go to the left and see how much we can go. Pick up a point behind and see how much you can go. And then take your head in the opposite direction of your body. The body goes to the left while your head goes to the right. A few times you do it. And then again you go to the left with your head and the body and see that you can go much more, isn't it? Incredible. How our body is made, our temple is made so nicely. And now you take your left hand under your right elbow and go again together. Now the whole body goes to the left, the head, and even the right part of your body. Incredible, huh? How fast these movements can be so effective. Great. Good. So now we do some other movements which are very good for your neck area. This is the area where we normally just is a bit under the stress during the day because we sit in front of the computer. So take your chin with both the hands and start going upwards a few times. Breathe out as you go and in as you come back, and try to use the whole body, not only your head, but feel the movement in your spine. So beautifully, softly you move without making an effort. Effortlessly, enjoy moving. So good, because mostly our head is downwards and now you're trying to take it upwards. It's wonderful. Great, my dears. Now we do another movement which is wonderful for your head and the neck again. It's take your right hand on the forehead and the left hand behind the head and start taking your head to the right a few times. And then the opposite. The left hand on the forehead and the right hand on the back of the head, and do this movement and release tensions also in your chest area. Open the heart. Great. Wonderful. Don't you feel different now? Can you put the music, let's see. And we move some movements now, like this. Go with the arms in the opposite direction of the head. Good. Now we do a movement of taking our right arm and the left leg together, and the left leg and the left arm and the right leg. Very nice. Now, again, swing the arms to the opposite direction of the head. Wonderful. Now just walk around and see how you walk. Wonderful. Great. So now you can notice the music stoppen. So now you can notice the difference, the way you're standing. You're much more grounded and you're much more balanced, and the tensions are gone in just a few minutes. If you want to know more about it and just discover more of these movements, please contact me and we make it that you feel more balanced, more joyful, and you enjoy life completely. All the best.
A voi, to you!
Special effects, actually natural.
E adesso, now that we can move really well, we feel really well in our body, adesso che ci sentiamo bene nel nostro corpo.
Absolutely blooming.
Blooming.
Petals have opened up, stretched
Yes.
out.
Adesso che siamo fioriti, che succede?
Well, let's talk about Holi. Holi is a Hindu festival which is now celebrated all over the world by everyone, really. It's become, part of our sort of multicultural lifestyle. I remember at university, our fellow students from India used to organize it all, and it was such fun. I remember we used to do it by the fountain, and it involved slinging colored powders at each other and then
water as well.
and flinging water just to rub it in. So you had to make sure you weren't wearing your branded clothes, which I never do, of course. We never did as students. But what is it? What are the roots of this tradition? Because they're very profound and very significant.
Sì, allora questo è un festival che si festeggia da tutte le parti del mondo, è un festival indù, però voglio dire è ormai parte di tante culture in tutto il mondo, e si ricordava come anche quando andava Vitto all'università si giocava in questo modo, tirandosi i colori e poi l'acqua, e quindi ecco, ormai è un festival conosciuto da tutte le parti, però è anche ha delle radici molto profonde. E la sua storia?
Involving King Hiranyakashipu.
Ecco, il re
Yes,
che ha detto lui, Hiranyakashipu, che non era un re tanto caruccio,
No,
vero?
it was a bit of a demon.
Era un po' un demone questo Hiranyakashipu, e aveva un figlio, he had a son.
He had a son called
Called
Pralad
Pralad, aveva un figlio chiamato Pralad.
and a sister called,
Holika, e una sorella
now
chiamata
we're even.
Holika.
And what happened?
E che cosa è successo? Questo demone era veramente tormentato, e vi potete immaginare com'è per un demone che vuole essere a capo del mondo, avere un figlio che è praticamente un santo e che ama Sri Vishnu e che lo prega tutto il tempo e che è l'emblema dell'innocenza. How can it be?
Well, this demon king had what for everyone else would have been a great blessing. His son was a great saint, actually, and very devoted to Lord Vishnu.
Sì. E lui non poteva sopportare questa cosa, allora ha provato tutti i modi per ucciderlo.
Yeah, he couldn't bear this, so he tried in every way to get rid of him. His dynasty could not, continue in that direction, in the direction of good. So he had to get rid of his heir.
Però aveva un'altra figlia, e questa figlia si chiamava Holika.
Holika, his daughter, comes on the scene now, and she has special powers.
Sì, lei ha dei poteri veramente molto speciali. Non può essere bruciata dal fuoco. Questo è il suo dono.
Yes, like many stories in Hindu tradition, these baddies get boons, they get blessings of protection. So, normal, good-natured people, really haven't got a chance. But in this particular case, the boon that she was given was immunity to fire. She couldn't be burnt.
E allora il re che cosa ha pensato? Di chiedere a Holika di prendere Pralad nelle braccia dentro il fuoco, così che Pralad potesse essere ucciso.
So Hiranyakashipu had this brilliant idea of sending his daughter into the fire with her brother, and he would get burnt and she would come out absolutely intact. That was the idea.
Ma che cosa è successo? Che non è andata per niente così. Eh sì, perché Holika aveva questo dono, però soltanto se lei fosse stata da sola dentro il fuoco.
Of course, that only worked. The caveat there was that, you know, she would only be protected if she walked into the fire on her own. But with her brother, who was actually this embodiment of innocence, and innocence is indestructible, cannot be burnt, basically.
E con questo fratello che era un santo e che era l'emblema dell'innocenza, il fuoco, la cui deità aspetto divino è chiamato Sri Agni, non poteva toccarlo perché il fuoco non brucia quello che è puro.
So, luckily for Prahlad, who survived, Holika
didn't. Holika non si è salvata per niente.
No.
No. E questo sta a simboleggiare la vittoria del bene contro il male.
And, you know, we're telling this story, you know, kind of mirthfully, in a fun way, you know, because it's a serious topic, but we have to enjoy. The creation is about enjoyment. The season is about enjoyment and fun and playfulness. And these stories that contain great truths are also highly entertaining and very memorable. And so we come now to the significance, the deeper significance of
Sì,
this.
ma la cosa bella è che, come in tutte queste festività, è che veramente per poter gioire bisogna prima bruciare, quindi dimenticare, annullare quello che ci fa star male. È per questo che Holika va e Prahlad rimane.
Exactly. There's this kind of, how should we say, the alchemy of our existence, which is to actually rid ourselves of all that is, how should we say, unproductive,
Bothering us,
and to proceed in the good, joyfully, with exuberance, and also with gratitude. And I think this celebration is also an act of the expression of joyful gratitude. The colors of Holi, these powders that are colored powders that are drizzled and slung around and mixed together in new blends, are a little bit like the play of creation itself, all the elements interacting and playing and coming up with beautiful creations. And it celebrates the elements, diversity, all the diversity that harmoniously blends, joyfully blends, and makes up the creation.
Eh sì, è la gioia di mescolare i colori della creazione, ma i colori che stanno a simboleggiare anche le qualità di ognuno di noi, che vengono mescolate con amore, perché in Holi siamo tutti uguali, in Holi possiamo tutti gioire, in Holi siamo tutti quanti la creazione di Dio, con tutti i suoi colori.
And we could say at that point that this creation is a divine work of art, created by the artist of all artists, who we celebrate also through this joyful pageant, springtime pageant Holi.
Eh sì, il creatore di questa creazione è il più grande artista, e quindi quello che celebriamo anche oggi. E adesso, dopo questo diciamo storia di Holi che volevamo condividere con voi, poi vi racconteremo delle altre cose. We will tell you more things afterwards. We would like to proceed with Holi Baitaki by Mahua Mukherjee. That is our wonderful artist. She's an Indian vocalist and of the Academy. Mahua Mukherjee è la nostra insegnante di canto indiano e ci presenta questa composizione di Holi Baitaki proprio per Holi, proprio to celebrate Holi.
Holi Baitaki by Mahua Mukherjee.
रंग रंग रंगीली होली, रंगीली होली, रंग रंग रंगीली होली, रंगीली होली.
We extend our humble greetings to everyone. We begin this rendition with an invocation, invitation, and dedication to the Goddess Almighty. as also extending a heartfelt welcome to all the lovers of Indian classical music. Today, in keeping with the zest of spring, a rendition of traditional Indian folklore singing style called Hori is being offered by renowned Indian classical vocal artist Sri Mahua Mukherjee of the exemplary Patiala Gharana. She will be ably supported by Mr. Bhivakar Chaudhary on tabla and Sri Lalitji on harmonium. Her first presentation is Rangsari Gulabi Chunariya, which captures the playful spirit of Holi. So with prayers to the divine that this may pour all the joy of Holi into our hearts, and your kind permission, we begin this rendition.
रंग सारी गुलाबी चुनरिया रे मोहे मारे नजरिया सवरिया रे मोहे मारे नजरिया सवरिया रे रंग सारी गुलाबी चुनरिया रे रंग सारी गुलाबी चुनरिया रे मोहे मारे हाय मोहे मारे नजरिया सवरिया रे मोहे मारे नजरिया सवरिया गुलाबी 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 चुनरिया गुलाबी चुनरिया रंग सारी गुलाबी चुनरिया रे रंग सारी गुलाबी चुनरिया रे मोहे मारे नजरिया सवरिया रे मोहे मारे नजरिया सवरिया 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 रे सवरिया रे मोहे मारे नजरिया सवरिया हो नजरिया सवरिया नजरिया सवरिया जाओ जी जाओ जाओ जी जाओ 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 जी जाओ जाओ जी जाओ जाओ जी जाओ जाओ जी जाओ जी जाओ जी जाओ मुझे न बताओ जाओ जी जाओ मुझे न बताओ जाओ जी जाओ जाओ जी जाओ जाओ जी जाओ 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 तेरी बालियों मोरियों मरिया रे मोहे मारे नजरिया सबरिया रे मोहे मारे नजरिया सबरिया मोहे मारे नजरिया सबरिया 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 रे रंग सारी गुलाबी चुनरिया रे रंग सारी गुलाबी चुनरिया रे मोहे मारे नजरिया सबरिया रे मोहे मारे नजरिया सबरिया रंग सारी गुलाबी रे गुलाबी गुलाबी चुनरिया रे मारे नजरिया सबरिया रे मोहे मारे नजरिया सबरिया रे मोहे मारे नजरिया सबरिया रंग सारी रंग सारी रंग सारी
Thank you, Mahua. Thank you so much for this homage to Holi, to open us to the holy world of colors and of beauty. Grazie Mahua per averci aperto a questo mondo di Holi attraverso la musica di colori e di meraviglia. Thank you so much. E adesso vorremmo introdurre un'altra cosa, un'altra componente, perché Holi, come abbiamo detto, non è soltanto una festa dei colori, ma ha delle radici profonde che riguardano noi, la nostra rinascita.
So Holi is not just a celebration of actually the manifestation of creation around us, but it's also a celebration of our own full flowering into human beings that are complete and connected, interconnected.
Sì, è la germogliatura, non riesco più a parlare italiano. Sì, è il germogliare dell'essere umano in tutte le sue qualità, in tutta la sua bellezza e in tutta la sua assenza, e quindi all'incontro dell'essere umano con il proprio spirito.
And it's a time of germination where we actually evolve into our full evolved form. We actually grow, and within us there is a seed. Since we're talking about nature, creation, we're surrounded by flowers. This flowering happens when a seed within us, which resides in the sacrum bone, it's an ancient knowledge, and this energy inside us is known as Kundalini. It's a dormant energy. This energy is awakened and rises through our spinal column, literally flowering, opening up centers of energy within us that are also the milestones of human evolution. And it culminates in an experience, literally a blossoming at the top of our head. And this is the experience of yoga. Yoga means union. And so this blossoming, this flowering, connects us to the whole, and we realize ourself. In fact, it's known as self-realization. So we become aware of the reality, the true reality of ourself, and connected to the whole of creation. And this is yoga. This is Sahaja yoga technique, which Her Holiness Sri Mataji Nirmala Devi developed in her lifetime and started to spread from 1970, from India and around the world for 40 years.
Dentro di noi c'è un seme, questo seme germoglia dal momento che il nostro desiderio cresce affinché questo seme possa germogliare e attraversare proprio questi centri di energia che sono letteralmente come dei fiori che si aprono, che sbocciano, fino a culminare sopra la testa, dove e questo fiore dai 1000 petali sboccia diverse fragranze e unisce finalmente la nostra essenza a quella universale per farci sentire la nostra universalità. E questo è lo yoga, questa è l'unione e questo è anche Saja Yoga, quello che tutti noi nella Nirmalarts Academy pratichiamo. This is what all of us in Nirmalarts Academy we practice. Saja Yoga è la nostra ispirazione e questa ispirazione è stata portata da noi, dal nostro Guru, da Srimataji Nirmala Devi. This inspiration came to us and this knowledge of the inner self came to us through our Guru, Srimataji Nirmala Devi. And oggi con voi in questo momento di celebrazione e di armonia, in this moment of celebration and harmony, we would like to share that experience with you, questo momento di union with you all.
It's actually built into us, and the knowledge gap has been bridged over the last few decades. We have been given a map of the subtle system, but now we actually have to actually experience the journey for ourselves and have this experience of self-realization. And now we'll take you through a few very simple steps to achieve it and experience it. So please, for those of you who have joined us for the first time, please follow the exercise, very, very simple exercise.
Allora, per chi ci segue per la prima volta, proviamo insieme questo esperimento. Ci togliamo le scarpe in modo da essere bene a contatto con Madre Terra e ci sediamo comodi. You can sit comfortably and take off your shoes, or you sit on the chair, or you can sit on the floor, wherever is more comfortable for you. But in touch with Mother Earth, in contatto con Madre Terra. E possiamo mettere le mani in questo modo aperte sopra le ginocchia. Srimataji Nirmala Devi ha iniziato nel 1970. Srimataji Nirmala Devi started in 1970 to share this knowledge, to give to humanity, a dare questo dono all'umanità. E proviamo a sentire dentro di noi che cos'è. Let's try to feel what it is inside of us. We can just close our eyes and breathe deeply. Possiamo chiudere gli occhi e fare un respiro profondo. E provare a sentire questo respiro che si espande per tutto il nostro corpo. We can try to feel this breath inside of us that expands in all our body. The primordial energy resides at the base of our sacral bone. L'energia primordiale risiede alla base dell'osso sacro. E tutto quello che noi dobbiamo fare per risvegliarla è avere il desiderio di rincontrarla, di risvegliarla, di conoscere noi stessi e di unire la nostra energia con il tutto. And all we have to do to reawaken this energy, this primordial energy inside of us, is to desire for this energy to be reawakened and to be united with the all. Mother Kundalini, please arise. Madre Kundalini, per favore, risvegliati. And with our right hand, con la nostra mano destra, possiamo partire dalla base dell'osso sacro, salire su. We can raise our hand up on our central channel, il nostro canale centrale, fino sopra la testa, up to the top of our head. And we touch it slightly with the fingertips. Tocchiamo leggermente con la punta delle dita. E possiamo ripetere questo percorso 3 times, really slowly, with the attention starting from the base of the sacral bone. Ripetiamo il percorso lentamente 3 volte, partendo dalla base dell'osso sacro, per poi andare su, canale centrale, e poi arrivare alla sommità del capo.
up to the top of the head. We'll do it a third time, lo facciamo una terza volta. Portiamo ora la mano sul nostro cuore. Let's bring our hand on our heart. E ci rivolgiamo a questa energia come un'energia madre. We just speak to this energy like our mother. And feel the heartbeat. Sentiamo il battito del nostro cuore. Madre Kundalini, please, per favore, fammi sentire la mia vera essenza. Help me to feel my real essence. Mother, I am not this body, I'm not this mind, I'm the spirit. Madre, io non sono questo corpo, non sono questa mente, sono lo spirito. Trying to feel the real essence of ourselves, la vera essenza di noi stessi. E ora di nuovo, partendo dalla base del nostro sacro, chiediamo a Madre Kundalini di risvegliarsi. Madre Kundalini, per favore, reawaken. E poggiamo la mano sopra la sommità del capo e facciamo un piccolo massaggio. We give a little massage. And we ask, Mother, please give me self-realization. Madre, per favore, donami la realizzazione del sé. And we keep massaging and pressing a little bit. Possiamo massaggiare e premere un pochino. E ripetere di nuovo per altre 2 volte. Madre, per favore, donami la realizzazione del sé. Mother, please, give me self-realization. Lentamente alziamo la mano. Very, very slowly we raise our hand on top of our heads. We try to feel what is happening on top of our heads. Proviamo a sentire quello che percepiamo. Se si sente un leggero vento. Rimaniamo con l'attenzione sopra la testa. We keep our attention on our head. And we can put our hand back on our lap. Riportiamo giù la mano. E rimaniamo solo qualche secondo con l'attenzione sopra la testa. We'll keep our attention few seconds on top of our heads, in that silence, in that awareness of the all, nel silenzio e nella consapevolezza del tutto. Lasciamo ogni pensiero, lasciamo ogni cosa per alcuni secondi per percepire quella grandezza. We leave everything for a few seconds to perceive that greatness. And we can try to see if we feel something on top of our heads, e possiamo provare a sentire se sentiamo qualcosa sopra la nostra testa, a volte un po' più in alto, un po' più basso, up or down.
And also with the other hand, con l'altra mano. Possiamo lentamente aprire gli occhi. Ringraziamo dal cuore di aver condiviso questo momento, questo esperimento con noi. Thank you to have shared this moment with us. E quella pace, that stillness that we feel inside is our real essence. Quella pace che noi sentiamo, siamo veramente noi stessi, in armonia con tutto, ma in modo vero, solido, real, to be in the reality, to be one with you all. Quindi adesso continuiamo la serata e magari sometimes you can try to feel again, no? Potete provare ad aprire le mani e sentire di nuovo che cosa percepite. Grazie Shimataji di avercelo condiviso e donato. Thank you, Mother, for giving us.
Yeah, I would underline that this technique, this such a simple technique which makes this extraordinary event accessible to everybody, everywhere, no matter where they're from. Is
o
a
where
gift,
they are, dove
or where they
sono,
are.
si può fare in qualsiasi posto.
Yeah, and she magically gave this freely throughout her life, and dedicated her life to traveling around the world. She covered, the whole world literally, to give this experience to millions of people who now, it's part of our daily lives, I would say. Spring is every day.
Eh sì, è vero,
The rebirth is every day.
La primavera è tutti i giorni e noi ringraziamo sempre Madre perché lei ha girato il mondo in lungo e in largo per donare questo regalo meraviglioso e è veramente una grande fonte di ispirazione. It's a great source of inspiration for artists, per gli artisti, ma per ogni essere umano, perché si trova veramente un grande tesoro dentro di noi. We find a great treasure inside
literally
of us.
the sprouting of that seed, that beautiful energy inside us.
E adesso continuiamo con Leo Vertugni, il nostro insegnante di sitar, e Manish Madankar che lo accompagna alla tabla e presenteranno una composizione che si chiama
Manish Madankar on tabla, Leo Vertugni on sitar. They've been playing together for some time, and there's this beautiful fraternal interaction between them, which is just beautiful to watch.
Il problema è che sono andata, non ho più pensieri in questo momento perché dopo la meditazione i pensieri sono andati, quindi ho dimenticato il nome della composizione che è Tuja Pujani. The name of the composition is Tuja Pujani, and again it's a celebration of the most beautiful flower inside of us, then is the highest of all, is the divine essence, la celebrazione della parte divina dentro di noi, il fiore più bello. Allora Leo Vertugni al sitar e Manish Madankar tabla, i nostri due grandi artisti per noi. Thank you so much.
You can meditate during it.
Oh yes.
रंग रंग रंगीली होली रंगीली होली रंग रंग रंगीली होली रंगीली होली
We thank from the heart Leo Vertoni and Manish Madankar because the music inside the nature is just the ultimate. I mean, it's when you really find the harmony of sounds together with the nature, isn't it?
Yeah, it's improvisation, and so it's actually nature itself creating something to please and to give it a meaning and its fragrance.
Ringraziamo di nuovo Leo Vertugni e Manish Madankar per averci donato questo momento di musica insieme nella natura, proprio in completa armonia e assolutamente molto enjoyable, molto enjoyable. Come si traduce in italiano, Victor? Godibile.
Gioioso.
Gioioso. E i colori ritornano, the colors, they come back, isn't it?
Yeah, the colors come back. The pigments literally are mixed together with water, and they become color on paper, on canvas. And our next artist is a master of color, a watercolorist, Konstantin Sterkov from Russia. And we've had the privilege of knowing him for many years, and he has not only given us such beautiful works of art, but he's sharing his art, his techniques with so many students from the Nirmalarts Academy, and he will show us some beautiful watercolors.
Sì, Konstantin Sterkov è il maestro del colore, di questo colore che si mescola all'acqua, è il nostro insegnante di acquerello, e come guida lui il colore sulla carta è una cosa incredibile, e quello che vedremo adesso, we will see how he's mastering the colors on the paper, because we're talking about pigment, isn't it? Parliamo di colori e quindi godiamoceli fino in fondo. Cosa vuoi? Blue? What do you want, blue or yellow?
I mean, together, I think they would be, I'd like both, but what I'd just like to add one thing, it's like these elements, literally with water, with artistry, take form. So we're celebrating wholly the elements of creation, but they're not just random. They are created, they are given form and beauty, and that's what we're going to see now.
Konstantin Sterkov, il nostro watercolor artist.
रंग रंग रंगीली होली रंगीली होली रंग रंग रंगीली होली रंगीली होली
You might run away though.
There. Doggy is doing Holi.
Yes!
Doggy is doing Holi.
The whole family is here. Well, not quite. Our four-legged member.
Grazie Constantine. And this, the magic of color and to create shapes and words through color. La magia di creare le forme, i mondi attraverso i colori. Grazie
The
Constantine.
elements find form. Thank you, Constantine.
And now, with our little doggy, we would like to introduce you to the rhythm of Miguel Tchaikovsky, our flamenco guitar teacher.
Based on, however, some classical music, I believe.
Chopin por Fandango. È un pezzo di Chopin por Fandango di Miguel Tchaikovsky, che è il nostro insegnante di flamenco guitar, un grandissimo artista, a great artist.
Well renowned for in the fusion group India Lucia.
Sì, famoso per India Lucia, famosissimo. E allora noi questa sera ce lo godiamo in tutto il ritmo, che ricorda il ritmo anche dei fiori che vengono fuori, dei colori che si tirano uno con l'altro. Mi dispiace che non abbiamo trovato la polvere. We didn't find the powder, but I'll find something else to throw at you.
Okay, but even sticks. You can take
Anche
stick
anche
dance, but
sticks.
we'll come to that later.
Dopo. Allora, Miguel Tchaikovsky and Chopin por Fandango.
रंग रंग रंगीली होली रंगीली होली रंग रंग रंगीली होली रंगीली होली
E gracias Miguel, grazie Miguel.
Thank you, Miguel.
Such skill, che talento. I mean,
And vitality.
sì, un'energia incredibile. And what does it remind us, this energy?
Of the joy, the
Gioia.
the joy of Sri Krishna and Sri Radha. And this is why we're holding these two colors, because they are the colors of Lord Krishna.
Sì, yellow and blue. Ogni colore ha una qualità.
And yes, and one of the great qualities was the lila, the interplay, the play that he engaged in as a child. He was often known to play tricks on the gopis.
Sì.
Very famous
Perché Sri Krishna
stories.
è conosciuto perché faceva gli scherzi, no? Aveva sempre questo carattere così giocoso, così allegro, così desideroso di portare gioia a tutti, to bring joy to everyone.
Yes, and also by playing his flute, he was famous for playing his flute, and the enchanting music would actually send people into samadhi, into the state of divine bliss and ecstasy, joyfully, which would also result and inspire dances and again celebrating the joy of creation,
Sì.
which is profound and yet also joyous. And
Sì, perché Sri Krishna amava suonare il flauto e questa musica meravigliosa incantava tutti e mandava tutti in una meditazione, in una gioia unica. E questa gioia e questo modo giocoso di gestire i rapporti, di stare insieme, è anche uno dei principi del Holi, perché è nato con Sri Krishna, no? È stato...
Yes,
Sri Krishna
because Sri Krishna
started this game.
Yes, he followed from Sri Rama, who was the embodiment of dharma, of righteous conduct and self-sacrifice, which then evolved into forms of perhaps excessive asceticism and ritualism, in which that joy, that connection with the joy, was lost. And so Lord Krishna and Sri Radha brought that back, Vrindavan, where joy was the order of the day, but joy within the boundaries of dharma and of decency, which is something important to underline as well.
Perché Sri Krishna ha seguito il periodo di Sri Rama, dove la spiritualità era diventata rito, austerità, e quindi si era persa la spontaneità, si era persa la gioia nella devozione, nell'esprimere la creazione di Dio, che è gioia e non è certo pena, però è una gioia che viene sempre manifestata nella purezza dei rapporti, nell'innocenza, quella che hanno i bambini, quella che ha un fratello e una sorella. E questo è anche di nuovo un principio dell'Holi, che è una gioia innocente, è una gioia pura, e la ritroviamo tutta nella musica, nel bansuri.
Absolutely, I was going to say this is the finest introduction for Shaktidhar Iyer, who is a flautist and of course will absolutely express all the melodiousness and joy of Krishna through his flute.
E questa è l'introduzione a Shaktidhar, è il nostro insegnante di bansuri che attraverso le sue melodie ci riporta nel mondo di Krishna. So Shaktidhar farà due canzoni, he will perform two items. The first one is a folk tune from Benares e l'altra è una canzone Holi. The first one is, did I say it in English?
You did.
Yeah.
So thank you and welcome to Shaktidhar Iyer from Bangalore,
and is accompanied by the tabla player, and he will introduce.
रंग रंग रंगीली होली रंगीली होली रंग रंग रंगीली होली रंगीली होली
Namaste. Happy Holi to everyone. It's a very great pleasure to be performing for the Holi celebrations, and today I want to present a Banarasi Dadra. It's kind of a folk tune from Banaras. It is set to a 6-beat cycle, then it later changes to 8-beat cycle. So So with me we have Karthik Bhatt on the tabla. He is a very accomplished tabla player as well as a great friend of mine. So Banarsi Dadra. now I'll be playing a small dhun, which is basically set to the garba beat that is generally played during the holy celebrations. It is bhajan. ब्रज से आई मस्ती में सहज की ये होली.
Thank you, Shaktidar. Thank you so much.
Grazie, grazie tante. E adesso procediamo con il senso dello scoppiettio e dell'energia del fuoco, with that energy of the fire. This is what this composition has, and is reminding us that fire can burn all the things that bother us, to live joy and just joy for us. Ci ricorda che il fuoco può bruciare tutte quelle cose che ci danno fastidio e lasciare la gioia.
E questo fuoco verrà dalle mani
Sì.
di Carol Stettner and Carlo Gizzi. The fieriness will come through the hands of these great maestros, Carlo Gizzi and Carol Stettner. Carlo on pianoforte and Carol on violin.
Sempre i nostri meravigliosi maestri dell'Academy ci presenteranno questo pezzo bellissimo che si chiama Fratres di Arvo Part. Carlo Gizzi al piano and Carlo Stettner al violino.
रंग रंग रंगीली होली रंगीली होली रंग रंग रंगीली होली रंगीली होली
Thank you, Carlo and Carol, for that wonderful Roman and Romanian collaboration. And that is very much the signature of this holy evening, where we are celebrating all the beautiful colors
and differences
in the creation. Now, just a little note. I know it's way past bedtime for a lot of you, especially those who have to go to work tomorrow. Even if you are actually remote working from your couch, I know you have to get up early, but bear with us. We're going to now watch the penultimate item, followed by a wonderful crescendo finale, which is absolutely appropriate for holy celebrations. We have a full moon as well, which you can't see actually, but it's there shining over us.
Allora, noi ringraziamo tantissimo Carlo e Carol per questo momento veramente speciale che ci ha ricordato questo fuoco del Holi e questa grandezza e questa specificità loro, che è proprio tipica anche del loro, di incontrare le differenze, di incontrare quelle qualità così diverse, come sono diversi tutti i fiori che rappresentano le nostre qualità, che vanno ad incontrarsi, no? All these different qualities and colors and going to meet. And where is the place? This is something specific about Holi, ma also about the Academy. È una qualità anche della Nirmalarts Academy, che fa incontrare le diversità per trovare nuove realtà. It makes the differences meet to find a new reality and get the best out of everybody, prendere la parte migliore da tutti gli artisti, da tutte le arti, da tutte le culture. E allora, where do we find these differences? And this joyful meeting of the differences is also in the garden of Shri Krishna, where he was playing with the gopis, where he was playing by splashing the colors and with the water, e dove troviamo queste differenze che giocano insieme nel giardino di Shri Krishna, che era chiamato il giardino di Vrindavan, the Krishna Garden of Vrindavan. E qui è dove troviamo Valeria Vespaziani e Manish Madankar, che ci donano questo momento, questa composizione che si chiama Ashtakam, e è un incontro di musica carnatica tra Bharatanatyam e tabla. It's a meeting, Carnatic music between Bharatanatyam dance and tabla.
I think you said it all.
Valeria Vespaziani è la nostra Bharatanatyam teacher, and Manish Madankar, our tabla teacher and soloist.
रंग रंग रंगीली होली, रंगीली होली, रंग रंग रंगीली होली, रंगीली होली.
Dimi tata kutari kita tak tak di dimi tata kutari kita tak ta dimi tata kutari kita tak tak di dimi tata kutari kita tak ta dimi nak tak tak di nak tak tak di du kita tirikadom tirikadom takatigu tirikadom tirikadom takatigu tirikadom tirikadom tadimi tadimi tatakutari kitakati tadimi tatakutari kitakati tadimi tatakutari kitakati tadimi tatakutari kitakati minakatakati minakatakatigu tirikadom tirikadom takatigu tirikadom tirikadom takatigu tirikadom tirikadom tadimi tadimi tatakutari kitakati tadimi tatakutari kitakati tadimi tatakutari kitakati tadimi tatakutari kitakati minakatakati minakatakatigu tirikadom tirikadom takatigu tirikadom tirikadom takatigu tirikadom tirikadom da de ta kredit ta trikredit ta 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 da ta 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 da da de ta kredit ta trikredit ta 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 da ta 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 da de ta kredit ta trikredit ta 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 da
re ni sa ni da ma pa ni sa ma ga re ni sa ma ga re ni da ma pa ni sa re ma pa ni da pa ma pa pa re ni da pa ma pa da ni da ma pa da ma ga re da re re ma pa pa ni ni sa re tajom ta tadiginatom taka tadiginatom ta tajom ta tadiginatom taka tadiginatom ta tajom ta taka tadiginatom ta tajom ta taka tadiginatom ta tajom tak ta taka tarikitatom ta tajom tak ta taka tarikitatom ta jom nom ta ka na ka ta jom nom ta ka di mi ta jom ta na ka ta jom ta di mi ta di ta jom ta terikitatom ta jom terikitatom ta jom ta terikitatom ta jom ta terikita tak terikita ta jom ta terikita tak terikita ta jom ta terikita tak terikita tetta terikita dim denaka tetta terikita dim denaka dim denaka tetta terikita dim denaka
And from Shri Krishna's garden, we come back to our garden. Dal giardino di Shri Krishna torniamo al nostro giardino per accogliervi per un momento che aspettavate sicuramente, waiting for the moment you all been waiting for. Which
Absolutely.
is?
Well, this is where the colors start to get thrown around and lots of dancing happens, and unfortunately we can't do it right now with lots of people, but we have a wonderful finale video from the
Ashramitici.
Ashramitici, which is a combination of Ashramites and the mythical Ashramites.
Gli Ashramitici sono ospiti della nostra Academy per fare questo gran finale di gioia, di esplosione di colori, di danza e di stick dance, perché la stick dance è quella che Sri Krishna faceva con le sue gopi per celebrare questo momento, e quindi aspettavamo questo momento. Gli Ashramitici l'hanno regalato alla Nirmalarts Academy questa sera come coronamento di questa celebrazione.
I'm sure you're already there with your bowls of color to throw at each other, so now's the time.
Yes, throw your color, buttate i vostri colori, sporcatevi, get dirty and dance it out, e danzate tutti quanti insieme. Ashramitici.
रंग रंग रंगीली होली, रंगीली होली, रंग रंग रंगीली होली, रंगीली होली. रंग रंग रंगीली होली, रंगीली होली, रंग रंग रंगीली.
Thank you.
Thank you. E allora we want to thank.
I think we've got to thank so many people. Actually, Maxine Bertuni for the special effects overlaid onto that dance, and the infographics, and also the Botticelli Primavera lighting he's given us here. If you remember the painting Primavera by Botticelli, it's kind of, there's this dark wood in the background and everything's lit beautifully, and you're very Botticelli-esque, I have to say.
I'm very Botti.
Shelley-esque.
Allora ringraziamo tante persone, ringraziamo Maxime per le luci create in questo giardino e anche per gli effetti speciali nei video, e poi we would like also to thank my mom, la mia mamma, per averci ospitato nel suo giardino e aver decorato questo posto in modo
For the
meraviglioso.
floral decorations, the compositions.
My mommy.
And Mother Nature, of course.
E Mother Nature, e Madre Natura. E poi ringraziamo tutti i nostri artisti, all our artists from the Academy and teachers, and have such an amazing, enlightened talent.
Which, and if you want to actually experience it at first hand, you can find out more about the Academy and join the online courses that are going on all year round now. The website is nirmalarts.org. Nirmalarts.org.
Se volete potete condividere, continuare a condividere questa esperienza attraverso l'assorbimento di queste materie con questi artisti meravigliosi. La Nirmalarts.org, sul sito ci sono tutte le informazioni. E poi chi dobbiamo ringraziare? Giannotti, Alessandro Giannotti, che fa le nostre dirette.
Deus ex machina, our
Grazie
producer.
Alessandro. E poi io voglio ringraziare Vitto Bertoni, che fa public speaking, come avrete potuto notare nell'Academy, capito?
Being
Cioè,
yourself
per
in
questo ce l'ho
public,
qua.
that's what it is. And of
E
course
io?
we thank the director of the Nirmalarts
E
Academy.
chi è?
Well, she's standing here before you.
Sì,
But now, the moment
però,
you've all been waiting for.
sì,
Is anyone else to
sì,
thank?
dunque c'era un'altra persona che volevo ringraziare, però adesso tu me l'hai fatta dimenticare. Però insomma, sì, il canale Saggia Yoga Italia che ci ha ospitato.
The team who promoted this event.
Yes, and all the
Adele.
team, Adele and Nirananda, and also the channel Saggia Yoga Italia that had us as not ghost.
The host.
Guests.
It's getting
Comunque
late.
sta diventando molto freddo anche, e comunque la gioia del nostro cuore is so warm that makes us also warm.
And now the moment you've all been waiting for.
Sì.
This is the moment when you'll see us hurling colours at each other, throwing colours at each other. We've prepared them. Here they are.
Sì, vabbè, quello che potevamo. E vai, happy Holi, happy Holi. Con delicatezza, happy Holi.
I think, well, isn't it?
Happy
There
Holi,
we go.
happy Holi.
Happy Holi. Jai Shri Mataji.
Jai Shri Mataji, grazie alla nostra fonte di ispirazione più grande, Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi, e tutta la gioia che ci porta sempre nel cuore. Buonanotte. Happy Holi.
Happy Holi.
Okay.
The sun descending in the west, the evening star to shine. The birds are silent in their nest, and I must seek for mine. The moon, like a flower in heaven's high bower, with silent delight sits and smiles on the night. Farewell.
Bye.
The interview.
रंग रंग रंगीली होली, रंगीली होली, रंग रंग रंगीली होली, रंगीली होली।
Sono contenta. Grazie a te sempre, la pazienza che ci dai.
Sì, e diciamo la fiducia perché prima... No, aspetta.
Thank you.